office. He had no idea why. He walks in, sits down, and the principal just stared at him. The principal asks, "So, you want to tell me what you did?" The kid's confused. "I have no idea what you're talking about." That's when the teacher walks in, and she looks pissed. "Don't play dumb, you know exactly what you did." Now the kid's kind of panicking. "I swear I don't know, what did I do?" "You skipped my class yesterday, but I know you were at school because I saw you before and after lunch." "What were you doing?" "Huh? Probably something illegal." But here's the thing. He was literally in her class yesterday. "No, I wasn't. I was in class. I was sitting on my usual seat." "You're crazy. I took attendance, and you were not there. Detention." Now, at this point, this kid is super frustrated. He already did not like this teacher. Now she's accusing him of skipping her class for whatever reason. So he asks the principal one simple question. "You have security cameras in every hallway, right?" Of course we do, yeah, for the safety of the school." "Then check them." The room goes silent. The teacher grows pale because she knows she messed up. They send the kid to sit outside the office while they looked at the cameras, and 15 minutes later, they called him back in. "We checked the footage. You were in class." "I know." "You can go. I'll handle your teacher." But as he was walking away from the office, he could hear the principal yelling at the teacher. "Now why on God's green earth would you make something like that up?" "No, I didn't. I swear." "You better shut your mouth. You're on thin ice. You're on thin ice." "No one has ever got 100% in my class." "Oh yeah? Watch this." So there's this teacher that every single day brags that no one has ever got 100% in my class. My tests are just too hard. You know, and everyone just kind of tunes her out. But this one kid, let's call him Chris. Chris studies like crazy. He wants to prove her wrong, takes every quiz, takes every chance for extra credit. Final exams come, and he's locked in. He's done, turns it in, he's feeling very confident. The next day, the teacher passes out the exams. 98%? Danny, you did good. Almost too good. Were you cheating? I'm just kidding. I test her hard. "No, I mean I should have got 100%. "Okay, settle down, all right? I'm serious. Pull out the answer key. See? Look, right there. Wrong and wrong." Chris looks at the two questions she marked wrong, and then he looks at her key. One of them is a trick question. The other answer on her key is just flat out wrong. My answer is right, miss. Your key's wrong." No, it's not. That's absolutely impossible." Chris grabs a textbook off her desk, flips open to the exact page he needs, slaps it down. Right there, paragraph 3. She leans over and reads it. Chris just smiles. "So do I get my 100, or do you need me to grade the rest of the class as well?" She doesn't say a word. She just crosses off the 98% and quickly scribbles 100% on his test. After that day, she never bragged about her tests being hard ever again. This teacher roasted his students. So in this 10th grade history class, the teacher has a tradition. Every Friday before the bell, he would roast one student. "I'm gonna roast Steven today." Nothing too mean, just a little bit fun, like tiny little digs. "Steven, your haircut looks like your little brother did it with a lawnmower." "And your handwriting looks like a 5-year-old's." I'm just kidding around. Have a good weekend, guys. Pretty much all the kids laughed it off, but one kid, he was kind of a quiet kid, he starts a notebook, and he calls this Operation Final Bell. He passes this notebook around every week to other students in this class, and people write roasts of that teacher. One-liners, history burns, everything. By May, this notebook's absolutely packed. The last day of school comes, the bell rings, and the teacher goes, "All right, guys, one last roast for old time's sake, huh?" This kid then stands up and goes, "Yeah, but this time, we roast you." "Wait, what?" "Yeah, you walk like you're mad at the floor. Your breath smells like a cat pooped in it. You dress like you buy clothes from the clearance rack at an old lady's store. We've learned more about your midlife crisis than the subject you teach. And you look goofy in that hat." Kinda harsh, but hey, I get it. That's a good one, guys. And then everyone leaves for the summer. Hey, can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, right? This school prank lasted for 2 years. It all began at this high school when a single rubber duck appeared in the school's water fountain. And nobody thought much of it. It was just a random duck. Who cares? Until the next day, 2 ducks, then 4, then 10. By the end of that week, there was rubber ducks appearing in every sink, every toilet, and even in students' lockers. Teachers were losing their minds. The principal, she was done. She kept saying on the intercom, "Whoever's responsible for the ducks, speak up now, please." Silence. Nobody confessed. So they gave up. They figured it would eventually sizzle out. But here's the thing. It never stopped. For 2 years, rubber ducks would randomly appear in the craziest of places. Ceiling tiles, inside the vending machines, somehow. One duck even appeared in the vice principal's car. It became a legend till the senior year. It was graduation. The principal was giving her speech when suddenly a banner dropped down. What was on the banner? A single rubber duck. This kid walked to the front of the stage and said, "It was me. It was always me." So you're all just gonna roast me? It's called growth, sweetie. This one mom had a rule for birthdays. No cake, no presents, not until after the truth session. Every year, the birthday kid had to sit in the middle of the living room, while each family member, siblings, parents, sometimes even grandma, went around and shared one thing they did not like about the birthday kid. You interrupt too much. You always finish the milk and leave the carton in the fridge. I hate you, grandson! It was a roast, but it wasn't funny. One year, this kid Daniel, he turned 11. He walked into the living room already nervous. All right, let's begin. First up was his little sister. You yelled at me when I was on your Minecraft world. Then his mom. You've gotten lazy with your posture this year. Then Dad. You've been selfish lately, son. Just think about that. Daniel's eyes start to water. Oh no, don't cry. This is to help you, not to hurt you. You may have your cake now. Go. And he barely touched the cake. The next year, Daniel pretended to be sick on his birthday to try to get out of this whole thing. But the mom just moved the truth session to his room, and they did it bedside. They said it was character building. He said it was the worst tradition of his life. The dumbest rules parents had their kids follow. When this girl was in high school, her parents had this very strict rule. All right, love you guys. I'm going to my friend's house. Okay, don't forget the rules. I won't. The rule was this. She had a curfew every night, and for every minute she was late after curfew, she would be grounded for a week. So if she was 2 minutes late coming home, she'd be grounded for 2 weeks. Well, one day she was stuck behind a train. Come on, come on, come on. It was one of those long trains. You know what I'm talking about. Well, it was passing for 10 minutes, causing her to be 10 minutes late, Marissa. Do you know what that means? You were 10 minutes... Honey, please, I got this. No. 10 minutes late is what? 10 weeks. Excuse me? 10 weeks. 10 weeks, very good. You're grounded for 10 weeks, now get to your room. Oh, God, I hate them so much. Stupid rule. What the heck? What's a pineapple doing in here? This kid's mom is sus. The person that shared this story said that his friend's mom wouldn't let them watch SpongeBob. Hey, we should watch some SpongeBob. No. My mom will get so mad. Dude, she's in the other room. Like, it's just SpongeBob. She's not gonna get that mad. They're watching SpongeBob. No. Patrick is such an idiot. What are you doing? Oh my God, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're just watching SpongeBob. It's not a big deal. SpongeBob is not allowed in our house. Kyle, go home now. Now. Okay. And you. Get upstairs right now. Bring your Bible and the rosary. I'll meet you there in 5 minutes. Yes, ma'am. Dear God. Why was she so against SpongeBob? You ask? It's because she thought the holes on SpongeBob's body would induce evil, sinful, and dirty thoughts. This teacher is the worst. When he was 9 years old, he had a teacher that hated him. He was kind of a chubby kid, and one time he didn't do his homework and she flipped out. This is your workbook. You're supposed to do homework in your workbook. I don't see your homework. She was flipping through it so hard she ripped a bunch of pages. But she wasn't done. She then, in front of the entire class, started screaming at him even more. You know what, Kyle? You're probably too busy stuffing your face with sandwiches and Twinkies that you didn't have time to do your homework. You're so fat. She then made him go to the back corner of the classroom and stand there with his hands straight up in the air until class was over. Hands up, Kyle. He went home and told his parents what happened. The next day, they came into school with him. They went to her room and asked why she did that. To which she replied, I'm sorry, I don't recall that happening. I think your kid might be making it up. I'm sorry. The dumbest school rules ever. This one high school had the dumbest school rule ever where students had to ask before taking a sip of anything. At lunchtime, kids were fine, but if you were in class and you wanted to have a sip of water, you had to ask the teacher, may I have a sip of my water, please? Okay, thank you. Well, one kid that attended this high school told this story. It was getting close to summer, and he was sitting in class. The AC wasn't working very well at all, and he was thirsty. Steven, did you ask me? Huh? Oh my God, no, I forgot, but I'm so sorry. It's just so hot in here, miss, and I'm like dehydrated. I don't care. You didn't ask me. I know, I'm sorry. Give me your water bottle and head to the principal's office right now. Okay, here. What the frick? He went to the principal's office and the principal gave him a detention. Some parents heard about the situation and they got super mad. The school changed the rule shortly after. What you gonna do about it, huh? This school had a policy: no fighting back. Didn't matter who started it. If you defended yourself, you were just as guilty. So this kid's at recess. Suddenly, a group of kids grabs him, and one of them just starts beating on him. "You're a freaking loser, man." It was kind of during winter time, so this kid had puffy gloves and a jacket on. It wasn't too bad, but it still hurt. Well, what does this guy do? He kicks the bully off of him and gets up. Instantly, the both of them get sent to the office. And what's the verdict? Well, you both used violence. He was hitting me. Just because you're a loser. Doesn't matter, you still retaliated. You're just as guilty. The same year, a different kid gets suspended for doing the exact same thing. So he asks the school, "What am I supposed to do? Just sit there and take it?" The school goes, "No, you use your words." "Oh, right, because what? What are you going to say?" "Oh, excuse me, I want to kindly ask you to stop punching me in the face, please." Give me an absolute break. Black markets kids ran in their schools. When this kid was in middle school, he would make these things all the time. They were called paper wasps. These folded pieces of paper you put in a rubber band and you shoot them at people. Well, this kid would occasionally sneak up on his friends and attack them with his paper wasps. And yes, they hurt very bad. But nobody ever got back at him because for some reason, his paper wasps were far superior than anybody else's. So this kid got an idea. He started making tons and tons of paper wasps. His secret in making his paper wasps was using the right amount of paper. And after it was done and folded, he would staple the tip. The staple was used solely to increase pain on impact. Well, business was absolutely booming. The kid was pretty much an arms dealer at his school. Eventually, because of his business, full-blown battles were happening throughout the school day every single day. He was eventually shut down, but in total, he made over $400. The dumbest rules parents made their kids follow. When this person was growing up, his parents wouldn't allow him to use public restrooms at all. Even on trips to Disney World. If he had to go to the bathroom, they had to go all the way back to the hotel, which is bogus. When he was in elementary and middle school, at the start of every year, his parents would call the teachers and told them to let them know if their son ever used the public bathroom. If he was caught using the public bathroom at school, his parents would punish him when he got home. Growing up, there was no place he could safely use the bathroom other than his home without getting in trouble. When he got to high school, the parents tried the same thing. They called the teachers and said, "Let us know if he ever uses the public restroom." The teachers in high school thought that was weird, and they never followed through. So he got away with using the bathrooms in high school. But it wasn't until college, where this kid was finally allowed to use any public bathroom he wanted without fear of being punished by his crazy parents. The worst things parents taught their kids. The person that shared the story said that when she was little, she would talk a lot. "Dad." "Yeah." "Do trees poop?" No, I don't think trees poop." "Dad?" "Yeah." "When I was going home in the bus today, I saw a dog poop in his yard, and then at the next bus stop, I saw another dog poop in his yard, and then when I got off at my bus stop, I saw another dog poop in his yard." That's great. "Kayla, I noticed that you talk a lot, but I just want you to know that every human has a limited amount of words, and when you pass that limit, you die. So, be careful how much you talk." "Oh my God, really?" "Yeah. Now, shh." She said for years after that, she refused to talk, even to her teachers. Her parents eventually told her that that was a lie. That's crazy. This teacher probably shouldn't be teaching. In kindergarten, it was right before recess, and the teacher said, "All right, class, you're only allowed to go outside if you can tell me a word that begins with the letter E. Stephen, we're going to start with you." "Okay, letter E. I." "No, that's wrong, Stephen." "No, it's not. I starts with the letter E." "No, I starts with the letter I." "No, I, like an I, starts with the letter E." "Wrong. Think of a new word." "No, miss, do you even know how to spell it?" I. E-Y-E. I. "Oh, excuse me? First of all, you're wrong. Second of all, you're talking back to me. You're not allowed to go outside for recess today. And now, you